Well, if you can't get money from the government, get a grant to pay living expenses or other kinds of things that you have needs for. There are other ways, and there are also free ways. Grants are given by individuals too, and they do it in many different formats. Actually, I saw data recently that $286 billion is given away by individuals. I mean, you've heard of like all the fat cats, like the the Warren Buffetts and all those people who give out lots of money to people, but there's more than that. It's individuals. I mean, here's a nice story in the New York Times where this rich fat cat set up his own little nonprofit to do that. And that's the ones you got to find. And there's ways to do it too. Actually, a good way to start for finding individuals. One is where to go? Okay, here it is. I went to chat.openai.com and I put in, hey, give me a listing of websites where I can ask for money to help pay my living expenses. And I'll put this results in the bottom because it has all the websites. Okay, and it really shows me 10 websites where there's fundraising on platforms, they call them. These are crowdfunding platforms, like Begging Money it's called, or CrowdWise, Give Forward, Modest Needs, that's a very popular one. A nonprofit organization that provides short-term financial assistance to individuals and families in need. They focus on preventing otherwise financially self-sufficient individuals from entering the cycle of poverty. So these are, where you could put in your story and what you need money for and the possibility of getting help to fund it. So there's 10 of those. Then there's actually 16 more of other organizations like that do that. Way that people get money online to do these things. Kava is a good one. That's Fundly, Benevolent. They have Modest Needs again there too. All those kinds of things are Catholic Charities. So these are other ways that accumulate sources for people to give money individually to people who really need it. Now, another good way to do this is through something called Guidestar.org. Guidestar.org, and it really, part of that is Candid. And this is a way that accumulates all the nonprofits where you live from rich people who want to give money to people who are struggling, okay? I mean, we do that, but we do it for members. We give grants to members, over $75,000 every month to our members who really need it, because we only charge $20, and and I know they all are hurting for money, because that's why they're here. So if we make profit, we give it to them. But let me, besides me, because I'm going to ask you for money. These people don't ask you for money. Okay, here's what you do. You go to Guidestar.org and put in search, and then you put it here. What I put in here was daycare, okay? And I put in my state, okay, of Maryland. Okay, 757 organizations that give out grants to help people with daycare, okay? This is money you don't have to pay back or whatever. So that's not government stuff. This is non-government, non-profit organizations that are also trying to help people with financial problems. But you don't know about them. You know about the government, everybody. But these people, there's the same. I mean, 286 billion. That's probably more than on the whole thing than the government gives. No, government gives 3 trillion. So, but it's a fraction. So if that's 20% or whatever it is, even if it's 10%, that's still a lot of money. And you could search it by state, and then you have to contact it. See, nothing happens unless you get on the phone, start calling these people. Hey, I need help. Okay, can you help me? No. And if you can't, can you recommend someone who can help me? And that's the story. You have to do that. Here's another one. I put in mortgage for Maryland, okay? Put a mortgage. 57 nonprofit organizations that help with mortgage in Maryland. Wow, how would you know that? I wouldn't. And all these organizations that are there to set up their nonprofit, and they want to help people with their mortgages, okay? You call them and say, hey, I need help. You're here to help people with mortgages. And then really what happens, they may be able to or may not. And then you keep going on. Okay, for rent, same thing. Now, there's not 57 or whatever I said before. There's 178 organizations that help you with rent. All nonprofit organizations, all just in Maryland. So you gotta go local. That's where the action is, because they relate to you. Here's another one. I put in utilities. Wow, 168 additional nonprofit organizations in Maryland that help you with utilities. See, now it's up to you. These are leads, and this is how you find anything. When you look for a job, you find, hey, who's hiring? You go and call them, talk to them. Can you hire me? No, why, whatever. And then you say, who else do you think is hiring? That's what you do with it. You go to one, you say, hey, can you help me with utilities? No, why? Okay, can you suggest somebody else that can help me with utilities? And you stay on that phone for as long as it takes to get the help you need. There's no shortcut in life. I know you would like to be, and I'd like to show you the shortcut, but this is the shortcut, because your long cut is going to Google, and Google will sell you 2 billion websites for utilities. What the hell are you going to do with 2 billion websites? So what I'm showing you, 168 versus 2 billion. And these are only ones in your state, and these are all people who want to give you money. See, Google will give you 2 billion websites, and most everyone will want to take your money. They have to pay Google to find you. So once they find you, they got to give money to Google. So that means they have to get money from you. These people want to give money to you. Now, there's the people you want to help. And if we can help you, please let us know. It's letsgohelp.com. We have a wonderful, loving community of people helping each other, trying to get through all these little financial problems that we all live with. And it makes us sick inside because we can't do it. So we're there helping each other as much as we can. And any day on Let's Go Help, you could have 2-3 hours of live members or our staff to answer your questions and direct you to start contacting the people that really can help you. Not Google. Stay away from Google. There's lots of sharks in those waters.